Island and British Virgin Island. So let's start.
Hello everyone, my name is Juk. Today I will point out three things: national output, employment and inflation of two countries, namely Cayman Islands and British Virgin Islands. The Cayman Islands is an autonomous British overseas territory in the Western Caribbean Sea. The official language of Cayman Islands is English. The territory brings its own currency, the Cayman Island dollar. The main work on the island is financial service. There are 100,000 registered companies there, more than the population itself, referring to one building of Cayman Island. Former U.S. President Barack Obama says it housed 12,000 corporations. Now that's either the biggest building or the biggest tax scam on the record. The British Virgin Islands, officially the Virgin Islands, are the British overseas territory in Caribbean, the east of Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and northwest of Anguilla. The official currency of the British Islands has been the United States dollar, deemed by someone tax haven due to its opaque banking system. The British Virgin Islands enjoys one of the more prosperous economies of the Caribbean regions, with the per capita average income of around $42,300.
Hello, my name is Hui and now I'm going to talk about tax definitions and tax havens. Tax is a compulsory contribution to the state revenue levied by the government on workers' income and business profits or added to the cost of some goods, services and transactions. There are two types of taxes, namely direct taxes and indirect taxes. For direct taxes, there are income tax, corporate tax and wealth tax, or so on. About the indirect taxes, there is the included of sales taxes, service tax, and value-added tax. Each country has different tax laws depending on the governments, and there are two areas that have special tax laws, which are British Virgin Islands and Cayman Islands. And as we can see from the board, BVI, which is British Virgin Islands and Cayman Islands, don't have any tax, while US and China has different taxes. Next, we move on to the second part, tax havens. A tax haven is generally an offshore country that offers foreign individuals and businesses little or no tax liability in a politically and economically static environment. Tax havens also share limited or no financial information with foreign tax authorities. The two countries in the question, which are British Virgin Islands and Cayman Islands, are given the nickname tax havens due to their 0% tax in nearly all aspects of the economy. Firstly, about Cayman Islands. It is one of the world's most notorious tax shelters because it has no corporate tax, no personal income tax, and no capital gain tax, and it was one of 30 countries blacklisted as tax haven by the EU in 1250. Secondly, the British Virgin Islands is the world's top tax haven. It holds more than 5,000 times the value of what its economy should hold, and it was one of the 30 countries blacklisted as a tax haven by the EU in 2015, alongside with Cayman Islands.
Hello, my name is Do and I will tell you about some detail similar between Cayman Islands and British Virgin Islands. First, is one of the defining features of tax haven is that countries are very limited in providing information to foreign tax authorities, especially financial information. This tax incentive tax regime can be used to avoid paying taxes in the country in which they reside. About their benefits, first is the Cayman Islands. First is ongoing business. Those individuals and companies that generate continuous income from a commercial enterprise could benefit greatly by forming an offshore company in the Cayman Islands tax haven. The second is shielding intellectual property. Entities or individuals that own intellectual property can also benefit greatly from an offshore company in the Cayman Islands tax haven. Third is those seeking practical estate planning. An offshore company within the Cayman Islands tax haven is also well suited for those seeking a mechanism for estate planning that allows for precise control of who inherits their property. Four is shielding investment and trading account. An offshore company formed in the Cayman Islands tax haven is the perfect vessel for eliminating this burden. And finally is shielding assets. The court system in the Cayman Islands tax haven does not have any legislation that allows civil forfeit to set about the British Virgin Islands. They have 0% corporate tax, 0% capital gain tax, 0% profit tax, 0% gift tax, 0% sales tax, and 0% inheritance tax. On the other side, they have some drawback is they can political or economic instability. The paperwork can be extensive. There may be legal consequences, and it may encourage illegal activities. And finally, law is the tax haven may be applied in an equal fashion. But they have some threat. Also due to the tax management policies, or in other words, no regulation binding business operating here. Tax paradise country are facing many criticisms and accusations from the community. But we have some solution for that. Is first in country by country reporting. Under country by country reporting, the multinational would have to break their information down by country of operation, including in each tax haven. Second, a unitary tax. This would involve taxing multinational corporation according to the real economic substance of where they actually do business. Third is automatic information exchange. Four is disclosure of the real life, proper, final, ultimate, actual owners of company. And finally is making willful blindness a criminal offense.
Hello everyone, my name is Huan. Today I will show you about the economy in two islands. First is the GDP, gross domestic product. It is one of the most widely used measure of an economic output of production. It is defined as the total value of goods and services produced within a country borders in a specific time period, like monthly, quarterly, or annually. And in the specific, the Cayman Island, according to the CEI World Factbook, the Cayman Island GDP per capita is the 38th highest in the world, but the CEI's data for Cayman dates to 2004 and is likely to be lower than the present day value. Can see that it grew sharply from 2010 to 2018. And let's go to the British Virgin Islands. In 2010, the territories had the 19th highest GDP per capita in the world. According to the CEI World Factbook, the economy of the territories is based upon the twin pillars of financial services, which generate approximately 60% of the government revenues, and tourism, which generates nearly all of the rest. And it can be seen that the GDP growth rate of the Cayman Islands is much higher than the Virgin Islands. There is a sharp decrease in GDP from 2006 and to 2011, and the decrease is nearly 1 billion. However, in the next 7 years, there was a sudden increase in GDP. It's nearly 13.5 billion. And the other factor is the unemployment. The unemployment rate tells the macroeconomics how many people from the available pool of the labor force are unable to find work. In the Cayman Islands, it has a relatively low unemployment rate of about 4.24% as of 2015, lower than the value of 4.7% that was recorded in 2014. The Cayman Islands has a population of 68,076 billion as in 2019 and therefore limited workforce. The British Virgin Islands, according to the data in 2010 census data, unemployment was 2.8% and it is high among young adults from 15 to 29 years old. The last poverty assessment completed in 2003 by the Cayman Development Bank suggested that the poverty in the Virgin Islands was 16% of households and 22% of the population. And this shows data in the economic of two islands. Thank you for listening.